Welcome to a special edition of History Nachos. In today's world, it helps to see the big picture. I think it is time to put things in perspective. Social media companies and big tech have created a huge controversy by censoring a president of the United States. Just about everybody has strong opinions about Donald Trump, but under the First Amendment, he does have the right to speak publicly. Even if you oppose Donald Trump and everything he stands for, silencing him will set a dangerous precedent that could easily be used against whoever you support. While the social media companies are private organizations, they currently qualify as public speech areas protected by the First Amendment. That is all due to a law called Section 230, which gives social media companies major legal benefits if they agree not to exercise editorial control over any lawful form of speech on their sites. The major social media platforms have broken that agreement by censoring people they disagree with politically. The censorship reaches quite far and affects tons of voices, great and small. The extensive damage in such a short time is earning several ominous names. Most widely used is simply the Purge. Among other things, it references Joseph Stalin's purges of Soviet Russia. Expressing a different opinion or posing a potential political threat were both risky business for any Russian, including the top officials. The 1930s were especially brutal and bloody, even by Soviet Russian standards. Right now, anyone who politically disagrees with the executives of major social media companies is risking expulsion from the heart of digital society. Tech companies can't physically harm you, but they can kill your online presence. That is a big deal with real-world consequences, especially for leaders who use the internet to directly communicate with millions of people. Another name for the current events is Pixelnacht. It refers to Kristallnacht, German for the Night of Broken Glass. During Kristallnacht, Nazi activists all over Germany simultaneously attacked Jewish areas. It greatly resembled modern BLM and Antifa riots. Kristallnacht was the critical turning point where Nazi rhetoric crossed the line into action. Donald Trump's opponents have long called for him and other conservatives to be silenced on social media. But now it is actually happening. I believe several specific things today raise red flags from history. First of all, limiting free speech in general is characteristic of monarchies and totalitarian regimes, especially when it is targeted towards a particular ideology or racial group. Socialist regimes like Nazi Germany, Soviet Russia, and modern communist China are especially notorious for limiting speech, restricting information, and punishing dissidents. Worse still is purging information from the past. Twitter and Facebook have done exactly that by suspending Donald Trump's account and not letting people see his prior posts. Amazon went one step further by completely destroying Parler. Parler was an up-and-coming social media site with a policy of allowing all legal speech. Like many websites, it operated using Amazon's digital services. Amazon did the internet equivalent of shutting off all the utilities for a business office. While efforts are underway to restore Parler by other means, for now, all the information shared on it is no longer accessible. Before the internet, such purges of information were carried out by book burning. The act accomplishes several goals. From a purely practical standpoint, it is an efficient way to destroy lots of information at a time. The symbolism is also critical. Burning a book conveys permanent destruction and condemns the contents as deserving extreme measures to suppress. It is an expression of pure hatred. Organized book burning is also a way for authoritarians to assert that their way is the right way, and other ideas warrant the utmost contempt. Across history, it has often been used by troubled governments and religious extremists. Student activists in Nazi Germany even launched a campaign of giant book-burning events with political speeches, parades, and live music. Naturally, they also filmed it. As a student of history and intellectually honest person, I condemn such things in the strongest terms. That is why I have an important announcement for the future of this series. I refuse to be part of the online purges and digital book burning. History Nachos will no longer be on Twitter or Facebook. I will also not upload anything more to YouTube. Going forward, all videos will be on BitChute. Since Parler has been shut down, from here on out the main page for bonus content and announcements will be on Gab. Their whole purpose is to allow free speech. Gab also created its own servers, so it cannot be shut down by big tech. That is something I can get behind. No matter what your political positions are, you probably believe in free speech. I recommend to stop using Twitter, Facebook, and Amazon. Remember, voting does not just occur on election day. You vote by how you spend your time, and with every view, share, dollar, and like. Do not underestimate the impact one person can have. Until next time, thanks for listening.